No, it's
Okay.
all good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so who's an idiot?
I don't like calling people idiots, but
Right.
he
Including
did, he did
myself.
something idiotic, I would say.
We're talking about Chauncey Billups, guys.
Yeah.
Welcome, KevJai Podcast. So what did he do?
You think he did something stupid?
What did he
If
do?
if if indeed it's true.
I think you said he's an idiot.
No, I didn't say he's an idiot.
Wow.
I did not say
Perfect
Chauncey Billups is an
example
idiot.
of
No,
switching
no,
switching up when the
no.
camera's rolling.
Okay, fine, but no one ever heard me call him an idiot on
Pretty
camera,
sure I
so
heard you, but
no,
anyways,
I didn't call
okay.
him an idiot. He I'm disappointed if it's true
Mhm.
because you have to remember this is all like accusations and the FBI
Alleged.
alleged. It's
Yeah.
all alleged anyways. It's not proven to be true yet. He short of being an idiot.
There it is. I knew I heard it.
He's just I don't know how these guys think of these things, but looking in from the outside in, I can't justify how you've made so much money, millions of dollars, you're getting paid as a coach, getting paid well, but you still engage in these types of tactics, which is gambling on the sport that would cost you your job, your livelihood, and your income. I don't know how you could be I don't know how you can rationalize that. I don't know what the thrill is to do something like that. I don't know if it's a mental breakdown. I don't know if it's a game to these guys. I don't know if it's I can't explain it. All I know is from my perspective, it's stupid.
Okay. So if anyone doesn't know by now, I guess the FBI has charged Chauncey
Charged him,
Billups
yes.
and a couple other people
Yeah.
in the
And
NBA.
Terry Rozier
Yeah, and Dame
and
someone,
Dame, yeah.
whatever. And so
I don't know.
basically, what they're alleging is that there's been a sophisticated like gambling situation where they know the outcome of what's going to happen to the game. So, like an example, Chauncey Billups would know or call someone saying, "Hey, this person is going to be out of the game in the fourth quarter," something like that. And then people would bet on that. And then because it's kind of like insider trading,
Yep.
that's why the FBI is coming down on him. I think the thing that I look at is my concern is why are you only talking about the NBA players? If you're mentioning, I figured the mob is the bigger fish in
Yep.
this situation. I find it interesting why they just saying the mob was a part of it. I just find it interesting how they cherry pick who's, and now again, I might be missing some stuff too. So I will not say I'm the aficionado on this, but I just find it kind of interesting how certain people are not named, and some people are. It's just really weird. But I get what you're saying in terms of disappointment. You're making a lot of money. When is enough not enough? I don't know if you guys ever watched, listened, or read the book Animal Farm. I don't know if you heard of it,
Yeah, Animal Farm, of
by George
course.
Orwell.
George Orwell, yeah.
And the pigs were named to be in charge, and that just got to their heads.
Corrupt.
Power
You
corrupts,
car corrupts,
absolute power
absolutely,
corrupts
absolute
more.
corrupts, yeah.
And
Absolutely.
so,
Yep.
yeah, it's disappointing.
Yeah.
But the question is, though, just like copying a CD, we've all copied CDs, yet we know it's illegal.
Hmm.
We
That's a
is this
different
not?
scale.
Yeah, but is this so? What I'm just asking you, is this not prevalent in sports in general? I'm sure there's been a football game that
Yeah.
was, you know what I mean, like
Yeah, yeah. But
planned in a sense. I'm
here's
sure
my
there's
counter to
a
that.
football game. All
Okay.
these sports can technically be manipulated. Let's be honest. And when you're dealing with millions and millions and trillions of dollars, and someone's making money on the back end, it's how do you just isolate this to just this one thing?
I think there's bigger fish involved in this. But one thing we always have to look at is a friend of mine always says this funny quote, black man, know thyself. Because in as much as everybody's doing these things, you have to look at your skin color. Someone was saying, I don't know, he's into law enforcement, and he was explaining to me that a lot of times what happens is they these drug cartels, they're so smart. They'll throw a $10 million bust at you to say, oh man, we got a big bust. Guess what? It's 100, $200 million trickling into the country. So you think you're doing your job, but the big fish are still, getting their play. So these guys, that's why it's always important to know that you're not, unless you're the one controlling the gambling scene or these websites, or you own or you own a casino, you're just a pawn. And that's what these guys are. So it's disappointing that you've made so much money, yet you can't realize that you're just a pawn in all of these. So you're just a small, you're just a token. So when you get caught, all the other big fish get to go scot-free, because guess what? They're going to use it as an example. And people are going to be like people like me are going to be like, you made so much money. Why? What's the point? Now, this is all alleged, by the way.
Yeah.
So let's just
I take
put
a
that out
different
there.
approach. You're
What's your
right.
angle?
My angle is yes, but I think it's to scare us.
Okay.
If you
Okay,
think
I like
about
that
it,
angle. Okay,
if you
to
think
scare
about
us,
it,
out of doing illegal things.
well,
Should
the
we be doing illegal
scariest,
things?
well, no, I think this is part of the subconscious programming where they know that we are no longer locked out of the millionaire clubs. They used to lock us out. We're no longer locked out of the billionaire clubs. And so how else do we keep them down? We keep them mentally enslaved to the point where we make them feel that they cannot do this. Being different to empower yourself is great.
And that's what the
Being
know thyself
different,
is for.
I don't know if a lot of people think along those positive
Well,
lines
they should.
when they say that,
Well, they
when they
should.
hear that statement.
What I mean by know thyself is, don't think you don't stand out. In other words, just stay clean.
Same thing you're saying.
Do everything you can to stay positive and behind the realms of the law, where you're not breaking the law, where you're not doing anything illegal, or you're not doing anything that would cause them to scrutinize you. What's the pleasure in going into something that's illegal when you know you've already made money? What more do you want?
And what I'm trying to get at is the system should not determine whether I'm a good person or not. Me determining whether I'm a good person or not, that's me and my God. And all I'm just trying to say
So
is,
gambling is a good person's trait?
hold on, what I'm just
Okay.
trying to say is, if I'm going to gamble, let me gamble.
By saying that person is not gonna play today and that person's not gonna play tomorrow, so you bet money on that person so that we can share the loot, that's illegal. It doesn't matter how you
Okay,
slice and
but
dice it.
what I'm just trying to say is my morals and who I am
Mhm.
are not on display.
He signed on the dotted lines that he can't bet on games, that he's a coach for these guys, and you're betting on those games. Like, come on, man.
But again, I'm just focusing on the moral thing.
Okay.
Let's assume that he knows he's a coach and he knows 20 other coaches that are doing the same thing.
Doesn't make it right.
I
Just because 10
understand.
people are doing something
I
wrong doesn't make it
understand.
right.
My whole point, maybe I'm getting too deep here. Apologies. It's late. I'm just saying at the end of the day, my morals should not get me arrested. Now, whether I do something illegal or legal, if you're going to hold me to the same litmus like anyone else that's doing it, I get it. That's fair.
He can't bet on games in the NBA because he has an influence on the results of his team or other teams, and he knows what's inside of the NBA. He's an insider. It's inside trading. That's what he did. It's illegal. No matter how you justify it. Now, he is going to get amplified more than any other person who's been doing it, who are his peers, who are of a different race, for the most part.
Yes, it's the world is unfair. But what I'm just saying is there's a measure of the world unfairness versus how much we interpret the world being unfair to us. So
how we interpret it is just a reality of how we live and the reality of what
not
shows us.
Not necessarily. So
okay.
A black man gets shot.
Okay.
I know you and we feel it because we are black. We also got to recognize, do you feel the same when a white man gets shot? No, you don't.
It depends.
You feel bad. Don't get me wrong. I feel when anyone
gets shot, I feel bad.
But
it depends.
Do you really feel like, do you really in your core have the same gut sense of a white man getting shot versus a black man.
Well, maybe we should ask that
Uh,
question to a white man. How does he feel when a black man gets shot?
Well, my argument is I think anyone would be just like us. You feel for the thing that you connect with.
True.
It's just natural. It's just instinctive. You know what I mean? So what I'm just trying to get at is, with Chauncey Billups, I'm condoning with the illegality. The government should not be the person to be my daddy, to make me morally right, when other people don't have that daddy to make
But
them
the
morally right.
system is not
That's what
set
I'm
up
just trying
that
to
way.
say.
We know that. So why would we, just because you want to prove the system right?
You're falling lockstep into the program of what they're trying to get you to do.
But it's
They're
not
trying to,
programming if you're doing something legal. If it's only
again,
program.
focus, ignore the morality of it. Ignore the morality of it. We
Can't.
both said we both said that
I
we both
can't.
said we don't agree with the gambling. What
Okay.
I'm just trying to say though is what you're trying to say is, Chauncey and every other brother out here, stop doing that. That's my point. You're
Yeah.
not my teacher. You're not my daddy. I'm a grown man. I can make my own decisions.
Okay.
This is what they want us to do.
Okay,
And
Kevin,
you're falling
from now
for
on,
it, lock, step, and barrel.
from now on, I want you to go rob a liquor store.
You're missing the point. All right, let's do another one. Let's do another one. Me and
Okay.
you, we have a job, right?
Gotcha.
How many times have we worried about saying things that can get us fired?
I think that goes for every other
But
person.
that's my point.
It's not
we-
about that. That's not a that.
But
Hold on.
that's my point,
Park
Jai.
that. Park that for a second.
Okay.
But that has nothing to do with our skin color.
It does a little bit, because we know
Where and how.
that they're going to come down on us harder.
No, well, maybe
You know
not
that.
Maybe not. You know that. I don't know that. I'm just going against the fact that I don't want to get in trouble because my job doesn't want me to do certain things or say
Okay.
certain things. That's across the board. That has nothing to do with my skin color.
So the reason why I like this conversation is because if you think about it, you're so focused on the job. You're so focused on that livelihood that you feel is the one thing that sustains you financially, economically.
It's sustaining him.
Hold up.
Okay.
My argument to some people is that same effort you put into this job and keeping this job, imagine if you put that same effort into investing in yourself. Taking
But
the
it would
time.
be the same thing, Kevin.
I don't
If you
think
invest
so.
in yourself and you do something illegal, you would end up
Okay,
with
but
the
remember I
same
said let's
results.
park the morality of it. Let's
Okay,
park the
but
morality.
how are you gonna
talking.
park the morality of this
saying what I'm
without-
trying to say is
without
the
getting into
programming.
argument of it?
The programming of what they're trying to
Obviously,
tell us to be our daddy and tell us what's wrong and that's what I have an issue with. Again, I'll say it again. I don't believe in gambling. I think it's wrong. I think I've played the lottery like 3 times in my life. Not to say I have anything with the lottery, but my point is, I just feel if you don't earn the money, you're not going to respect it. You're not going to cherish it. That's just my thing. That's a different discussion.
We're not gonna. What am I gonna say?
We're not going to agree.
We're
So
not
you're going to
agree on this
digress?
argument. So I'm gonna digress and just say this: he messed up. Allegedly, and Terry Rozier included, and all the other guys that got caught. But I'm especially disappointed in them because these are guys that we've looked up to who have made money, I don't think they need the money. Any angle he took around it, like I just don't see it, especially knowing who he is, and it's disappointing.
On that note, guys, I agree.
On that note, yes, just one more point.
Okay, my bad.
Don't rob liquor stores because Kevin said so. It's not. I don't agree with that.
All I was saying, if you're not gonna rob a store, I want you to not rob it for your own reasons.
What?
Yes, for your own moral, not some system.
Cut that part out.
I'm saying wrong.
I'm Jai, and I'm not condoning this message.
I'm not saying to rob. I never said to do
Don't
that.
rob the liquor store.
I never said to rob a liquor store. I said you should not want to do it on your own morals.
You shouldn't do it at all. Not anybody's morals. I'm messing with you, man.
This guy. KevJai Podcast, guys. This has been a pleasure. I know we went off on a tangent, but please like and subscribe. All right, guys. God bless.